Hate it or love it, you know we're going to discuss it. And now, things just keep getting crazier and crazier, right? We went from drones to now drones and plasma orbs. Little floating balls of light. We don't know what it is. Is it ball lightning? Is it plasma discharges? Is it auroras? What is it? All I know is things hasn't gotten better. Each day we figure out something new. Well, let's get into it and break it down.
Bill and Sandra, you know, when things like this are happening, it seems everyone starts to look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing in the skies. But
so now y'all want our help when we're sitting here down on the ground saying, what is this? What's going on? Expecting answers from them. Now they want us to send in our videos and stuff like, I just think that's hilarious. That's comical to me.
I guarantee there are so many people looking up and making those recordings because this mystery is one that needs to be solved. For now, we're live here in Mendham Borough. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness.
See if I can zoom in more. I know I can, but my fingers don't work. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
How can you tell me something like that isn't something to be afraid of or have worry about or fearful of? Just remain calm. I don't know what it is. You're telling me to remain calm, but I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's extraterrestrial or not. I don't know if that's something that just came from the sun. I don't know what that, I don't know. And the unknown is what creates the fear and the doubt and people just panicking and going crazy.
Here we go. Let's see if we can do that. That's kind of cool.
I agree too. Bro said it's kind of cool. It is. It is. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm super fascinated. I can't take my eyes off of it.
Can you talk to me? Can you hear me? Jesus loves me. Oh, you know Jesus. You know Jesus. Jesus is awesome, isn't he? Yes, he is. God is good. God is good. God is good.
This is where if I knew somebody with a telescope, I'd be at their house right now. They would literally have to tell me to leave. Like, bro, at some point in time, you got to go home to your family. I know. I just want to look again. I want to look again. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that telescope view is probably one of the best ways to view it right now. And oh my God, I know it's something to see.
Okay, TikTok, you got me invested in this drone slash orb slash plasmoid slash dirty bomb slash conspiracy thing. 2022, Forbes put out this article, U.S. Navy lasers creates plasma UFOs, right? And the idea of this is, I'm walking to the gym, sorry, is that the military or the Navy would shoot lasers into the air that would create these plasmoids of nuclear energy. And if there is an air attack or heat-seeking missiles into our airspace, it would attract those missiles, okay, and blow them up to avoid catastrophe. So this really could be, maybe, this. It could be just military experiments. They're testing out these plasmoids. It could be that, or is it aliens? I don't know. I still kind of feel that it could be something bigger than this. However, this is another idea or concept or conspiracy to put in your hat. Okay, TikTok,
we've seen the drones and we've seen the floating like orbs or whatever they are, and now they're saying there's plasmoids or whatever, but seriously, what the fuck is this thing? Watch it. I zoomed in on it and look at this. It like shrinks back and then I don't know what the hell it's doing.
Kind of like it's shape-shifting, right? Right? Remember when we would look at those shape-shifting videos and people be like, oh my gosh, it's just so fake. Oh my God, how could y'all ever like pay attention to this type of stuff? Who's crazy now? Who's crazy now? So some of that stuff we were looking, people were catching on their phone from the window of a plane and seeing this stuff and showing you how it was shape-shifting. You owe all those people an apology, bro.
This is on one of the beach cams, Avalon Beach cam on the Jersey Shore that I have been like obsessively screen recording. And this was last night. You could tell it's raining, but that is not a raindrop.
Sorry, every time I hear somebody say Jersey Shore, I just go to fist bumping. Sorry.
It is like going back to a ball and then shooting back out to whatever the hell that is. Watch this. See? What the fuck is that? I don't know. I have no idea. Another question. We've seen the drone.
Plasmoids. Plasmoids, as it says here, are donut or toroidal-shaped clusters of net protons or net electrons that once captured and placed into a toroidal orbit are capable of absorbing, storing, and releasing enormous amounts of energy within their self-generated and structured electromagnetic containment field. Plasmoids, in effect, function as an atomic battery that can be self-charging due to its ability to convert matter to available clean energy.
Plasma is a state of matter made up of charged particles, ions, and electrons. And in a plasmoid, these particles are confined in a specific region by magnetic fields. Plasmoids are often held together by their own magnetic fields, which prevent the plasma from dispersing. They can maintain their shape and coherence over time, even as they move through a medium.
The best way to explain what a plasmoid is by looking at the sun. On a massive level, the sun is a plasmoid. Let's back up real quick to elementary school to the 4 states of matter. Okay, so you're talking about solids, liquids, gases, and plasma. Exactly. Everything within the sun is technically plasma, superheated gas where atoms have lost their electron. And because it's such at a massive level, it actually creates its own magnetic field around it.
Plasmoids are capable of carrying and transferring energy, making...
Okay, y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this one of the drones we're talking about? These things are so hard to see, bro. Oh my God, it's like the potato quality. Maybe I shouldn't zoom in all the way.
Alright, so we have plenty of theories out there to NASA employing a whole bunch of contractors to come out making drones and stuff like that, which I looked at the project myself and it's completely nefarious. It's nothing to be scared about. They basically map the skies with delivery and commercial delivery and residential deliveries for drones. Nothing crazy. Why would you hide that? Another one would have been radiation detector drones that they have flying looking for radiation of previous that theory, and then this missing radiation from a boat. It's not enough radiation. The thing was missing was from a medical grade equipment that was taken out somewhere. Someone took it. There's other theories. My daughter, they're hacker drones. Hey, you could be right. We all really don't know. There's another theory out there that because of the drones, the floating drone that went across our area, that it could be a scanning drones to get information coming off of people's cell phones, off of bases and stuff like that, to see how much we can actually take out of people's cell phones, living rooms and stuff like that. Those drones could be possibly doing that. That's pretty interesting. That wholesome water. That doesn't explain the orbs. It doesn't explain the plasmoids at all. It doesn't explain when these craft spray. A lot of things. I like my only personal theory, which I haven't heard anybody out there yet has mentioned, that the drones are mapping out locations best for fallout. You know what I'm talking about? Susceptible for something like that, in good shelter locations, and then coming around and marking and spraying. That's why you see the little spraying very nice locations for people to create bases, shelters, and things like that. It's like when you call the city to mark your electrical and your gas line. That explains the spraying, that explains the mapping, the going back and forward consistency.
So if they are doing that, then they're preparing for something. They know something. A lot of people prepare for things, don't get me wrong. A lot of people prepare doomsday, zombie apocalypse, all that type of stuff. But in this situation, it just seems so drastic that they know something. This feels like if you're going to go with this theory here, then they know something is about to happen. And the fact that they're not telling us is a problem, bro. That's the problem.
That explains a lot of things. And I got evidence like that on my Discord, going in really deep detail about that. But that doesn't explain the orbs also. Unless the orbs are there saying, hey, we know what you're up to. Alright, so we have plenty of theories.
The orbs, or the quote-unquote UFOs, could be plasmoids. Now, first off, in my second video, I talk about plasmoids, and people are confused. They think it might be an alien, or it might be just a normal occurrence in our physical environment, but in all reality, this has been researched and documented over time. So if you look at Princeton University's Plasma Innovation Center, this place is co-run by the Department of Energy. And the Department of Energy, if you guys don't know, was also in charge of part of the Manhattan Project, which was aka the atom bomb. And if you look at how many people worked on the atom bomb or the Manhattan Project before anyone knew, it was kept really secret. And these type of facilities are always experimenting with different things. Now, if you look at what they're actually dealing with, they're actually dealing with a technology that is able to create a plasmoid, and that technology is the following. In their website, they talk about high energy density plasma. Now, these conditions are found in nuclear explosions and in the core of giant plants that are among the most extreme states of matter created on Earth. So they are essentially recreating these scenarios, and these scenarios can actually create plasmoids, and plasmoids are almost alien because we know nothing about them. We've only seen them in pictures. They're very elusive, but the crazy part is that they show signs of intelligence. So people are really freaking out about them. And if this happened in New Jersey, then the government would dispatch drones to research them, because there are quite a few of them, and it's something that everybody's been wanting to learn about, and it could be part of technology, weapons, defense, energy, a lot of things. So this is a big deal. Now, somebody asked me, why are they all over the planet? Well, these type of plasmoids could occur in natural situations, in volcanoes or high energy outputs. Just these things are also starting to pop up more in numbers and more in occurrence. And that's the troubling part, is why we're starting to see them more and more.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want that. I don't want those type of scientific. I mean, I want a little bit of it, but for the most part, no. I don't want to hear that right now. You know, I want to be kind of immature with the whole situation. I want to believe what I want to believe. I want to hear, like, people saying it's angels. I want to hear people, and that's not mature, but people saying it's angels, people saying it's extraterrestrial. That's what I want to hear more about. That's what I want to hear. We just had that congressional hearing and everything like that, and I'm just not trying to hear the scientific explanation theories. I am, but I'm not. You get what I'm saying? Sorry. I'm just being honest.
No, it's not the drones that may be the UFO. It's the freaking orbs. This is actually recorded by an ABC7 news crew down in New York City yesterday. No kidding around. These orbs may be plasma orbs that are originating from us or from somewhere else. Just not sure. I'm meteorologist Todd Gross, and let me tell you the problem. The biggest problem of all is that, you see this? We're not sure that this is an orb. This is taken with iPhones. And when you point iPhones and other cameras at bright lights, it makes it look very similar to the way the actual orbs are taken by professional news crews. So the whole thing is getting mixed up with a ton of misreports. In other words, reports of things that actually aren't the orbs and aren't the drones. So let me just clarify what is going on, because a lot of folks get confused. They see conspiracy theories day in and day out. We finally have something that isn't really a conspiracy theory. It's really a mystery in the skies. There have been drones for weeks that are 4 feet wide, 4 feet long. They're roughly square, and they've been emanating mostly in New Jersey, but they're in many other states now as well. Some folks have seen them actually spraying things. Now, in addition, there are these mysterious orbs which are just floating around, and sometimes the drones have been seen to approach those orbs. And that really deepens this mystery, because earlier I did a video on what the possibilities were, but if there's some sort of fight going on, or
It's got to be something, because we were hearing reports that as the drones neared certain things, they were being powered down. They were losing their power. So I was hoping he was going to mention that. But it seems to me like they're only being forthcoming with small chunks and pieces of information. They're not giving us the whole thing. And what I think they've done is they stuck their foot in their mouth, really. You know, because when this all started with just the drones, they was, downplaying it. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's aviation. Oh, it's that. Then now we have orbs. So now they're like, okay, it's getting worse in front of our eyes. And we really look like we don't know what we're talking about. And it's true. We think y'all don't know what you're talking about.
if the drones are out trying to figure out what those are or to disable those, this sounds crazy. It sounds like conspiracy theory stuff. But to be quite honest, there's really something going on for a change that we do not know what it is. And yes, we certainly need to find out. Somebody is keeping a very big secret from the public. I agree with you guys on that.
I feel better after having received the briefings I've had and what I've heard about some of what's going on. I don't feel like we are at the point where every sighting I have had a report back that it is in fact either a law enforcement drone, a hobbyist drone, or aircraft or something that we would expect to be in the sky. So that is problem A. And I'm still working to get to the bottom of that, and we are slowly getting there. Problem B, it took far too long to get to this point. And problem C is I don't think we have the plan going forward in the future, which is why I sketched out a plan. I have the plan. We have to go forward in a more rapid way in the future. I feel better after having received the briefings I've had and what I've heard.
Shockingly said this week, we haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat, close quote. What? The massive invasion of drones observed and recorded by so many of our citizens, including and especially law enforcement and military personnel, many who are here. Is it unusual? Is he kidding? How does Secretary Mayorkas, who infamously told us for years that our southern border was secure and closed when we know it's not, and now insult our intelligence that we haven't seen anything unusual? This is usual? I don't think so. And how can he and others, like National Security Spokesman Admiral John Kirby, say we know there's no threat? How do they know that? What aren't they revealing? Or are they just saying it? How can anyone speculate or issue assurances to thousands, millions of Americans who have witnessed, the drones, that there is no threat? For weeks, we've asked for the truth and action to mitigate any and all threats to people and property. Now, we are demanding it. As the sightings increase, including by service members at Naval Weapons Station Earl, and I did talk to the commander there, his men are seeing it right there at the base. Are you kidding me? A munitions depot of that caliber, and these drones are hovering in close proximity to it. The Coast Guard told me the other day, and Sheriff Mastronardi, that one of its 47-foot rescue boats was followed in very close proximity off its stern by numerous drones. Why can't we bag at least one of these drones and get to the bottom of it? Why can't we even track them? I asked Secretary Mayorkas at a briefing, a Zoom briefing, why we can't follow them, find out where they're going. They're coming from somewhere. Okay, you can't seem to do that. Why can't we follow them and find what their origin is? Many of them seem to be coming from the ocean. I was with Sheriff Mastronardi the other day on the beach, and we saw a video, and we talked to heard one of his deputies talk about how she had seen 50 of them coming from the ocean to mainland. Is there something out there? We don't have the capability to do that. We don't have control over our airspace. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, the feckless response to the Chinese Communist Party's spy balloon. When that thing traversed America and went over one very sensitive base, including the B-2 bombers base, after another. We did nothing except say, oh, it's a spy balloon. Or is it? Or is it a weather balloon? I still can't get over that one. The elusive maneuvering of these drones, I would suggest a major military power sophistication that begs the question whether they have been deployed to test our defense capabilities, or worse, by violent dictatorships, perhaps maybe Russia or China or Iran or North Korea. I mean, they have the capability, and they certainly have the motive. The Pentagon has said the drones are not ours. I've written Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin asking the Pentagon to authorize the use of force to down one or more of these unmanned threats to uncover the mystery. Bring them down over the ocean, over an area where there's no population. Bring them down and find out who's doing it. Knowing that drone warfare has radically changed warfighting in Ukraine and Russia, the Middle East, and elsewhere, this is not the time to trivialize or dismiss the threat. I want to express the profound thanks that I and my colleagues have to both Ocean County Sheriff Mike Mastronardi and Monmouth County Sheriff Sean Golden for doing all within their power and authority to aggressively investigate and track drone appearances. They are doing an amazing job. As many of you know, state and local law enforcement is precluded by law from taking more decisive action, which is why DOD must. They are the ones who have the ability and the authority to act. Congress, yes, and the president, yes, need to move quickly to expand state and local authorities, powers. But DOD has it right now. Sheriff Golden wrote me a few days ago requesting legislation to empower the state police to seriously protect at-risk persons and infrastructure, and if necessary, bring down a dangerous drone or drones. I am now drafting that bill and will soon introduce it. I want to thank him for that idea. I'd like to now yield the floor to Sheriff Mastronardi and then to Sean Goldman. Sheriff.
Thank you, Congressman. I just want to clarify a couple of things that.
Now, this hearing that continuously makes a lot of people feel like our government is up to something. It feels like that. And a lot of people are feeling like they're being treated or a certain type of way without information, which in turn is making them feel like the government is their enemy. A lot of people are just feeling a lot of different emotions right now. And it's exposing things that a lot of people already felt and knew about things, communication, the entity government or whatever you want to call it, the government or the entity that you place your faith in, that you thought would do certain things, that had your back, it's kind of like it's leaving you out in the cold with no type of response.
How bizarre are these two drones? Wait. Something is crossing their paths. Look at those. They're like literally side by side, just hanging there in the air. What? Oh my God.
But we're supposed to be made to feel like it's always been this way. You know, we're just finally looking up into the sky and noticing it. It's always been like that. That's what we're being made to feel like. No, it hasn't been.
I thought they were going to collide. There's 3 of them now, I think. Like one there, one there, one there. And I hate the fact that I'm on my phone now because I wanted to just catch a better, oh my goodness, a better image of them. And I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I will stitch that video to this one. My son and I looked out the window one of these days and we saw a drone, and all of a sudden the drone wasn't there anymore and it disappeared in thin air. And I went back to the camera, to our Ring camera, and because I thought it was crazy, and that happened on the camera too. So I'm gonna try to recover the image, and I will stitch it to this video. Why do I keep on saying snitch? And it's still there. It's still there. Do you guys see that there is something under and something on top? And the other 2 disappeared. I'm speechless.
Please, not right now. So we know that there's orbs and we know that there's drones. Okay. Drones are definitely military because they have the lights, the green and red lights, which is for flight, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But the orbs, bro, those things look like they're plasma. What the hell could that be? That's not man-made. I have 2 theories, right? One, it's radiation, and they're looking for nuclear radiation in the sky, okay? Look it up, it's a plausible theory. Or 2, it's collective consciousness, which I also believe could be very likely. The drones are not the enemy here. The drones are trying to figure out what the other shit is. And they're not telling us anything because they don't want us to be freaked out. Bro, I'd rather know. Give me the updates. What the fuck?
I have been obsessed with watching the Sea Bright beach cam on, it's online. You can watch it online. I'm going to post a video that I screen recorded last night of the UFOs, aliens, drones, orbs, what the fuck ever they are. This is going to blow your mind, okay? Watch this video that I screen recorded last night. You can go online and you can go to surfersview.com and you can look at live beach cams tonight. Live beach cams. And see it for yourself, okay? But I'm going to post a clip for you so you can get a little sneak peek of what I saw last night, because this really blew my fucking mind.
Now, when it comes to this, I still don't know, because some people are saying lens flare. That's all everybody kept saying, and it pertains to this, is lens flare. But I think they were saying that before everyone started calling and talking about these plasmoid orbs. So I haven't revisited this since, so I don't know.
I had an idea about this drone situation that I have not seen expressed before, so here it goes. When this first started, people were talking about not drones, but orbs. There's orbs everywhere. But what the media reported was drones. And the media kept saying drones. And then there were drones. And there's drones everywhere, and people keep talking about the drones. They also don't trust the government. So perhaps there's a bunch of orbs out there that the government is disguising by flying a bunch of drones all over the place, so we remember the drones and not the orbs. I had an idea about this.
Alright, we're back less than 24 hours later with another drone interaction with an orb. This is over New Jersey. All I know about it is that this was a repost from somebody who was in a Facebook group, and that person had filmed this interaction. You can see there's another orb circling the larger orb, and it kind of flies away from it. I just posted one earlier today from Phoenix, Arizona. And then it's going to cut to this very clearly one of our drones, or something man-made. I can't tell if it flies in front of it, but it passes down, and then it shoots off. It's going to replay again, but honestly, it's getting insane. The lack of information that we're getting from this whole subject is really disturbing, and the fact that it's happening more and more. I mean, this is the third video I've seen today of a drone interacting with one of these orbs. And what do they have to do with each other? It's just really crazy.